Hey guys, okay, we are doing episode 141 for Natalee's movie review. This is a long one, but I have to get to the hospital, so I'm going to try to make this quick as possible. So I'm doing the movie Get Out, and right now you can watch it on Tubi, and let me tell you, it's going to expire in, I think, 4 days. So hurry up and watch it. It's very good and definitely worth watching. It's from 2017 and it's 1 hour and 44 minutes. It's a horror thriller, and it's really like, I believe, psychological horror thriller. It also got an Academy Award for writing and it's for original screenplay. So Google gives it an 85% rating. So it's it's up there for everything. And I never heard of it before. It got recommended to me actually by Tubi because it was leaving. Oh, P.S. The shirt. Do you like it? Okay, so I drew it. Drew it in my mom's hospital. Then I made a cute little saying. If you want to buy it, it's under Nata Arts. And what is it? Spreadshirt.com. Anyway, NATARTZ, Nata Arts. So yeah, I just thought I'd throw that out there because I think it's adorable, and I have a bunch of other stuff out there. So anyway, back to this movie. So this is how Google just gives a little brief description that I felt was important. So I'm going to say this first. And I guess this is more like a quote. But the movie confronts viewers with uncomfortable truths about racism. I want to go into this and say anything that I say for this review, I'm not trying to be a racist. I am completely, it's what the movie's about. And yes, there is a lot of stuff that would be considered racist. I'm just telling you what the movie's about, and I also am explaining some of the things. So, obviously not my views. My only view is that the movie is excellent and the actors did excellent. That's my review. Everything else is more so I'm trying to explain. So I'm going to give you a brief summary like I always do, though it's not that brief. But anyway, so after several months of dating, a couple decided it's time to meet the girlfriend's parents for the weekend. They go to stay at their house, but right away the boyfriend feels an odd behavior coming from them. And it's supposed to be, the people staying there, it's supposed to be just the boyfriend, the girlfriend, and then it's supposed to be the parents' house, mom and dad, and her brother is there too. I don't know if he's visiting or living there, but he's there too, younger. Maybe not younger than her, but young. And the house is beautiful. It's I guess almost I think it's falls in the mansion. Very nice house. So obviously, they're upper class and they're trying to show it, and they are also showing that they have a and this is how they call it, a black maid and a black caretaker for the outside. So, but that's how they're saying it, and they're saying that, they used to take care of their of the grandparents, and then after they passed, they didn't want to let them go, so they gave them those jobs. That's what the story's about, okay? So from the odd behavior coming from them, but figures it's due to the fact that it's an interracial relationship, and the daughter says she has never been in one before, okay? So the girlfriend's saying she was never in a I talk too fast. Oh my god. The daughter is saying that she's never been in an interracial relationship before. Okay? And he thinks that that's why the family's acting so odd. But after several odd occurrences and a huge upper class party, things become much worse than he could ever would have thought. So they have like this big, huge party with just all these upper class people. And again, all white people. There is one black man, and when he tries talking to him, very strange things happen, including his nosebleeds, a whole bunch of things. I'm not going to get into that, though, because I'm not trying to give too much away yet. Let's do the cast. So the boyfriend, Chris Washington. So he's played by Daniel Kaluuya. Girlfriend is Rose Armitage, and she's played by Allison Williams. The mom is Missy Armitage, and she's played by Catherine Keener. The brother is Jeremy Armitage, and he's played by Caleb Landry Jones. Alright, and then there's the dad, of course, Dean Armitage, and he's played by Bradley Whitford. And now I'm going to add just one more, and the rest I can't do because there's just way too much on this movie. So just wanted to do the family, the boyfriend, and I got to throw in the friend, the TSA officer, Rod Williams. So he's the friend of Chris, and he also is a black man, and he is hysterical. He is played by Lil Rel Howerly, Lil space REL space HOWERY, in case I messed up his name. He throws in, and I don't know if this was on purpose or if others say it, but I felt he throws in comedy to this. And I think to throw in comedy into these horrors, like I've seen people, do many movies, throw in comedy, and all it does is just make the movie look stupid, like, in my opinion. He does it, and it does not at all look stupid. It 100% works. I was so impressed by his work. So that's, ouch. That's why I made sure I included him. I dropped it. So I don't know. I don't know if it was just his acting and he, added some things, but he just had some expressions and remarks that it just made it add a little, like, comic relief type. Okay, spoiler alert, especially at the end. Okay, so, I'm gonna do my warnings, which I don't have, so I'll just go by this. Dog and cat, no. He does have a pet dog, adorable. Nothing happens to him. He actually stays at home, and they show him several times, because Rod is babysitting, dog sitting, like I'm doing right now for my mom. Bug, no. There is a deer, and this is horrible. It gets hit by a car. I'm not going to go into detail. It's horrible. You see it. It looks so sad and hurt, and it's an awful scene. But it's a deer. Drugs. I have no warnings. No. Excessive gore, like, somewhat. Violence and death, yes. Clowns, no. Vomit, no. My phone's going slower than me. This isn't messed up. I don't want to redo this. Blood, yes. Gross scenes, sure. Hospital scenes, no. Mental institution scenes, no. Suicide, no. Shaky cam, no. Abortion, no. Rape, no. Sexual content, no. Nudity, no. I don't really think there was any of that. And now normally, I dropped this like 20 times. Normally now I would just give you my stars, and that would be it. So I will do that part just to keep with how things are always done. So for stars, I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm doing 4. Yay! Oh, I know, I'm so dramatic. It's so much fun, right? All right, so anyway, yeah, for stars, I'm gonna give it a 4. And I went back and forth on 4 and 3 because it's normally would be like a 3. But I would watch it again. This movie had it was really good. I had to give it to them. I might not have never heard of it before and everything, but it was good. And, it wasn't really, like, super scary or anything like that, but this had your mind thinking. It had that little humor, like I said. It had like a little bit of everything. The only thing is there was a lot of like, and this is what I want to go over next. I don't know if I would call them like several clues or hints in the movie, but it had something going on there, and this is what this I felt is what definitely gave it an extra star no matter what. And like I said, it was also Google gave it an 85, and most importantly, it got the Academy Award, so, like, it really deserved, at least 4 stars. So, alright, I want to go over stuff. So now, the review's over as I normally would do it. So, being that I am rushing, I'm just gonna go through these things real fast. However, these are all spoiler alerts, every single one from now on. So if you want to see the movie and you don't want to know any spoiler alerts, we're at 11:20. I would say probably pause, stop, whatever. You come back to this. These are things that I noticed and then researched about. And I found them very interesting about the movie, and they are just little like clues and hints, like I said, about the movie that are thrown in there. And you might think some more obvious than others, but you might think, it's just part of the scene. But no, there's like a little hidden message in there. So we're gonna say, around the 12-minute mark, that starting now I can do spoiler alerts. Okay, so I'm just gonna say them. I'm not gonna go into full details because if you guys watch this movie, you'll then understand what I mean. So my first one I'm gonna do is the bingo game. They play a bingo game at the party. Okay. It's auctioning off Chris's body. That's what the real bingo game is about. And it goes back to slave auctions conducted 1859. I thought that was interesting. Okay. The next one is, at the end, Rose is eating a bowl of Fruit Loops and milk, listening to a song from Dirty Dancing. This is the meeting. The separation of milk and Fruit Loops is Rose's beliefs in the segregation of people by skin tone. Thought that was interesting. This one goes back to the deer, of course. Alright, so there's the deer that gets hit by Rose in the beginning when she's driving. There's also a deer's head in the room that they're holding Chris at the end, captive. And so deer gets hit by a car, and a deer head is in the room Chris is kept in. And then this is, Chris is intended to be mirror images of one another. Draws a parallel between black men being prized as trophies. And again, I'm getting this stuff off of research I did, so I'm not, Alright, I want to do Rose's grandfather explains the family transplants people's brains into others' bodies. So he explains that to Chris in a video. The grandfather is actually the caregiver of the outside. The grandmom is actually the maid of the inside, housekeeper. So obviously they took 2 people from wherever Rose found them and turned them. Okay, so this is during the party. There is a scene. Why entire party goes silent when Chris goes upstairs, and it literally goes from all this chatter to complete silence. And this is because it's meant for two things. It's an eerie moment, but also, however, means party itself not being real. It's just being, the whole party is just all fake, just for, Chris to think that there's a party when it's just a big bidding war, basically, on him. Photos found at the end. Chris finds they're about to leave. He realizes that, he's in major trouble, and he's like, all right, Rose, let's get on out of here and get on the road. And he finds these photos that he's not supposed to find. Rose has been able to scheme over a dozen black men. And it shows pictures of her. And if you remember, I said in the beginning how she's never dated out of race. And this is proving that she is a liar for that. And there's also a picture of her with a black woman who obviously is the grandma that they... Alright. Next is the teacup. Rose's mom is obsessed with the teacup, constantly stirring it and making that noise. And she does, oh my gosh, I can't think of the name. Meditation. No. I can't think of it, but she does thing, to make you quit smoking, and, you go under, that little, trance. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, the teacup is actually symbolic. Slave master used to summon house slaves using teacups. So she's always stirring on the teacups, so it's not just for getting him to, fall asleep into that trance, but it's also a hidden meaning for that. Walter's running fixation. Walter is the caregiver / grandfather. And that is because you don't know why he keeps doing it, but then you realize at the end that the grandfather never got over losing in the Olympics, which is mentioned in the beginning that he, lost, but again, you don't know that it's him at first. Next one is Logan was the black man at the party, and he says, "Get out," in quotes, "get out," and was actually warning Chris to get out of there before they turned him. But he didn't realize that that's what was going on, because he was, trapped in, the whatever you want to call it. He was one of the, like I said, the black man that was trapped in it. Alright, so, I'll do one more. Georgina, unplugging Chris's phone. That was the grandmother also, / the maid. So Chris's phone keeps coming, unplugged every single time he plugs it in. And he starts complaining to Rose that he thinks that she's doing it, and he doesn't understand why. So they don't share this. This is all, like I said, hints that you have to, figure out for yourselves. But, so she's actually, goes and warns Grandma, says, he's on to you with this unplugging of the phone. So she goes and apologizes. So, the reason why was she's trying to prevent him from contacting anyone. Rose tells her, so she makes up an excuse and goes to him and pretends that, she has no clue that Rose told her. I'm gonna stop there because we're at a very long time for a movie, and I really have to get to the hospital to go pick up my dad. He gets out today. Yay! So, I hope you like my shirt. And I hope you like my review. This one was quite different. 20 minutes, much longer. But, I had to do my little, hints and clues. I thought they were really important and, very interesting. I can't believe how many hidden messages were, in that movie. It was so impressive. And, again, I give it 4 stars. Go check it out, because you got 4 days left on Tubi to watch it, and I couldn't find anywhere else to watch it for free, or anywhere to even, period, watch it. So, I'd like to say go put a rush on this one, move this one up ahead, because it's so worth it. All right. And otherwise, if you can't, I would even pay for it because it's that good. All right. Gotta go. Feel free to give me a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you guys in the next one.